Hi guys, today I'm going to be doing a PLL theory video for 7B. I have been watching PLL for about a year now and I am obsessed with all the characters and the storyline, so I can't wait to see what happens in 7B. So the first theory I'm going to talk about is Spencer having a sibling or a twin. I personally think, in my opinion, that Spencer won't have a twin. It might be a sibling because in the flashback you only saw Mary Drake give birth to one of the babies, and in a couple of seasons ago Spencer and I think it was Arya went to see the doctor who delivered Charles, and he only said that he delivered one. So I think maybe further down the line that Mary had a third child, which could be AD, and maybe I think the dad could be Noel Khan's dad, and it could be Noel Khan, the baby, because I know that Mary Drake's and Noel Khan's dad had a feud at some point, so they could have, like, been in a romance or something. Or it could be like Peter said and got mistaken or whatever. And that's my theory about Spencer having a twin or a sibling. Personally, I think it would be too expected because it's going around everywhere saying that Spencer's got a twin, and so I think they wouldn't do that what people are expecting. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is Arya having an abortion, and this is kind of related to at the moment where AD is keeping back the file from Arya that Mrs. De Laurentiis owned. This makes sense because in earlier years, maybe when Ezra was first teaching, or they even met before then, that he impregnated a minor, and maybe that's why Nicole would be visiting him in jail. And in the latest episode, we saw AD read out a report that Arya did of Ezra when they broke up. So maybe she's got some type of secret in there that Ezra doesn't know, and that's why he would choose Nicole over Arya and end up in jail. And in the latest episode where he's in a jail cell and they get married in there, why would he be in there? It doesn't explain, so that just makes me think, and everyone else think, that it could be that she had an abortion and that's why he would end up there. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is Ren, Kingston and Archie Dunhill being brothers. There is not much evidence about this, but there is enough for me to suspect that they are related somehow, either brothers or like blood related, because they're both British, they look alike, and both of them are very dodgy. The reason why I think Ren is dodgy is because why did Spencer go meet him at the airport and didn't want Ezra to know? Unless that was kind of tied into Spencer's twin. Maybe Spencer's twin did see Ren and didn't want it to go back from Ezra to Arya, then to Spencer, not knowing she's got a twin and then thinking, oh god, who's this? So that's kind of what it kind of ties into. And I have found out somewhere that they're going to find Archie Dunhill's dead body in the back of Arya's car, because obviously she's helping out for AD, and so that's kind of like evidence to show that the police aren't going to get it. So I just want to wonder what we're going to do with the body. So the next theory is that Mona is Avatar or working with AD, just like Arya, because of the photos that we saw on Instagram of Mona having, or Janelle having them dots on her face, just like Lucy. So that just leads us to think that somehow she is tied in. This kind of relates to my personal theory that I found somewhere that AD is going to send a message to the girls saying, once I'm done with you, I'm going to kill myself, which is very mysterious and dark. But maybe because of the other theories, like them ending the series, how they started it in the barn. So maybe Mona's in the barn with them and risks her life for the liars and their future, which sounds possible and sounds like a Mona move, But in the latest episode, at the end, you saw not Arya, Mona with the shovels that Hannah used to dig the grave of Archie Dunhill, and the board game map and all the suspects and the people, which leads us to be that she's either helping AD or she is AD in somehow. So the final theory I'm going to talk about is the Emerson baby and who the father is. We obviously know who the mum is, which is Emily, because her eggs got stolen by AD from the donation centre, injected into Alison. And we know in the last series, the last episode, that they found the doctor who did that, and all the doctor could say was they know the ID number, and I think it's going to be traced back to Toby Kavanagh, because in the 5 years forward, Alison and Toby Kavanagh were the only ones in Rosewood at the time. So maybe they had like a relationship between that 5 years, and somehow AD got his sperm and like injected Alison with Emily's eggs, which is very possible, but is half not possible. But then there's also the other side, which is more simple, which could be that it's AD. AD is the father, which is very possible because AD is very creative and will do anything to get a part of that AD into that group. And so I personally think it could be AD, it could be Toby, but then the overall one, which is quite far-fetched, it could be Noel, because I know they kind of had a thing before. It might not be shown, but I believe that they did, which would be quite creative, even though he is dead, so I don't know how they'll find that out, but it's possible. So there are all the theories. I hope you enjoyed it. This is one of my first videos, and I just want to say that some of the theories are from Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, different things like that, but some of them are my own. So thank you for watching. Hope you come back and watch my other videos. Like and subscribe, and thank you.